Welcome back. So today we're going to work on Zignaly PineScript script. Okay. So first of all, let me prepare some of this. And what we're going to do today is to play with profit sharing 2.0, which is a new fund management from Zignaly. So the idea, okay, let me check. Where the hell was this? So I should have a link somewhere. Okay. So we have this URL with all the information which we're going to check, and then, well, this is quite a beta. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, let's lay down what we want to do. Then we will work from there. So what we want to do is duplicate current Zignaly PineScript library and add minimal support so that it works properly in PineScript in profit sharing 2.0. Okay. Okay, so duplicate the current Zignaly PineScript library and add minimal support so that it works properly in profit sharing 2.0. So there are some clues what needs to be done on the document, and so let's take a look. So there are some parameters which are no longer used. Okay, so type parameters. So the type re-entry, the start, disable market, enable market, panic sell. Okay. These ones we do not use them. Maybe the only one is the re-entry, because we had this DCA script, but as I am not going to update it, I don't use DCA myself, so I don't think it's a good thing. Although I think that I use update in order to DCA currently. So this is not change. Okay, so we are not going to do anything. And so the change account type is no longer needed. Okay. So let's copy and paste all of these parameters, which are not longer needed. Okay, so limit type, I do not use it. Okay, disable market parameter and enable market. Panic base, panic quote, I didn't use them. And this is replaced. This is very important. Position size percentage is the one that we are currently using, but now we have the position size parameters. Real investment, not used, reduce only, risk, okay, success rate, term, okay, that's nice. So we need to remove a change account type. I mean, it's not strictly needed, but it's one thing that we're going to do. Okay, and then we have to replace position size percentage. So let's keep reading the document to see what more do we have to do. New parameters. Okay, so we have the amount, which is position size based on the amount of base currency. So here you buy BTC instead of USDT, and it will override anything. So the old version of the library doesn't work with BTC, which is the base currency, but with the code, which is USDT. So we won't be using amount. Then we want to use edge mode. So what we want this to be true. We want this to be true in order to test the new settings. By default false, so that it's the same thing as before. Okay, and then there's this thing about having more than one trade, or open all the positions. So if you want to have multiple different positions in both directions for the same pair, you use ignore open contract check. I don't think this is needed for I mean, I don't think this is needed for a successful strategy. I think that if you want to open unless you want to mix several strategies into one service, like several strategies to work on BTC, USDT with different with different time frames, you wouldn't need this. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it by default or not, but the thing is that we need to set this to false so that it works as the old way. That way, if you transition from the old library to the new one, it's going to work the same way. Then you can turn this on or off. So margin mode. Okay, this doesn't work yet. But I mean, the idea is that you work with cross margin mode, or you work with what's the name? With isolated. So now we have this position size and things, okay, which is quite complex. And this important one, which is multiplied by leverage. And then there's this increases and reduce. Okay. So let's take a look at position size and all of this. So position size is how much quote, how much USDT. Okay. So if you use position size, you will just use 100 USDT. And then you have these new parameters, which is position size percentage from account. Okay, available. So this is the available balance, and it does not take into account the capital that has been used in orders. So that's a good question. Which is the one? Let's read all of this here before. So this is percentage from what's available, percentage from the total, I should have downloaded this into an open document. And okay, what the hell is this? So let me check if I understand what's the difference. So this is from account, value of the available account. Okay. And this one is the quote coin value. So I understand that this is the base currency, isn't it? Value of the available account, which means it will not take. And this parameter, parameters that are based on percentages perform additional calculation. Amount, position size. Okay, I see. So if you want to scalp, you need to get whatever amount you have on your service, and then do a calculus offline, and then run these options. quote are taken from the pair, not from the service. Okay. This is from account total and account available. The value of the available account. So this is quite interesting, because otherwise the 1% stuff, it was difficult to do if you had only available. Although the way I was doing it was using available always. But when you have several strategies, you want to do the calculus from total, so that you have a proper calculus. But if you have only one order, then what you want to do is this one or this one. Quote coin value. Okay, let me ask about this syntax so that I can have an answer. So the question is, what the hell is this difference? And this is like this. Okay, let me write the question and I will continue. Okay, so the question is, okay, let me check this. So let's suggest that this base, what the hell is the name? Base base coin. Base currency. Okay. Okay. This is why I'm streaming this in a hidden state. Okay, let me check. Increase PS. So the idea is that this is going to be quote based, okay, and this, I guess this is based on BTC, but we need to check if that's true. And this is allocated. Size percentage. So if I'm not mistaken, this is what it's the same thing as the old setting. Okay, so this is the idea. So we replace position size percentage to position size percentage from queued total. Okay, this is the way that I understand these settings. Okay, so parameters, the quote are taken directly from the pair. Okay. Okay, so multiple, you have this. Okay. Multiply by leverage. This is very important. So, okay, is there anything more? No. So this setting, multiply by leverage, is very important. So this is a new behavior. So position size percentage parameters now have the full calculation inverted. That means that when you send a future signal and put position size percentage from queue total 50, leverage 10, then you will be using a 50% of the account. And real investment is 5%. So this is different from position size percentage 50. This is the opposite of how it is currently calculated. So With these parameters, you can decide whether to take this default logic, which is this set to false, or use the previous logic, which was this set to true. So that when you say 5%, you use 5% of your account, and then yeah, I want to use this as true, which is the old logic. So let's go here. Where the hell is this? So new parameters. So this needs to be true. Enforced. We will, I mean, we might have set it to turn this on or off, but the idea is that this is true by default, that we enforce this to be true, because that's the that's what we want by default in the library, so that it works the same way as the old way, and you just have to change your imported library and everything works as you expect without doing anything else. Okay, so we have to remove this parameter. We have to replace this one with this other one, and then this needs to be set to false and false, and then we need to set multiply by leverage to true, and that's more or less what we have to do, because these increase orders and reduce orders, I am not using them on the script. Okay. Okay, so let's copy this and do all of this stuff, and yeah, let's work on this a bit. Okay, so now we should have this to play this Zignaly tutorial. I will have to have it played for profit sharing 2.0. I'm not sure. Okay, let me check. What the hell is this? Yeah, we should have something like library. Find library. Okay, yeah, libraries. So this is Zignaly beta, which is for profit sharing 1. So we need to have profit sharing beta 2. So I'm not sure how to name this, because this is going to be also so should this be PS2 beta? should this be just Zignaly 2? So you import Zignaly 2 as Zignaly. That's a good question. Not sure what to use here. Let's use Zignaly 2. So first of all, we need to add this new file. I mean, let's open this and change the date and everything. And this needs to be open in both the top and the bottom. Wait, where the hell? Yeah. Let's move all of this to the left. Okay. Library Zignaly beta. So this is going to be 2. Look at this. There is no version anything, as I used to do here with the scripts. I used to have a version and everything, and here I don't have any version. Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't get updated so often so that they have versions. So this is Zignaly 2 beta. Okay. Yeah, so let's add this. So let's say that added Zignaly to beta library based on Zignaly beta library. Okay, here we are. So let's take a look at the tasks we need to do. We no longer need a change account type. Okay, so as we no longer need it, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to ignore it. Okay, so what it means is that you are going to be able to use change account type, but then I won't use it when sending the message to Zignaly. So we need some place where to remove this, and probably is a Zignaly common alert message, the place where this is finally used to change account type. Wait, this is not right. So I think that in the end, the place where this is used is in Zignaly common alert message, and this is getting an exchange account type. Okay, and if you don't define it, it's the futures by default. So basically what we're going to do is to remove all of this like this. Let me check. See quotes, except, oh my god, how many stuff. See quote, which is by default it's empty, isn't it? if this is and there's also remove email, because this should help us also. So let me check. So sig quote. Yeah, so we need to remove sig quote exchange type, and then sig quote, and yeah, and then we have this separator which we need to mix with the other one, and here we are. So now this should be okay. So I cannot say a warning about this not using. Yeah, I'm going to complain on. So I want to. As a library developer, I would like to be able to issue warnings when I deprecate some of my parameters till I finally remove them from the library, so that they do not use them in the future. Just in case you had not thought about that. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, let's save this change, which should be something like what the hell is this? Exchange account something. Is now being ignored as we no longer use it. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is to replace position size percentage. So this is going to be tricky because we have 4 different ways of defining the position size percentage. So if we want to support the 4 of them in the future, we need to think about this properly. So we have position size percentage. Okay, let me check where the hell is this used. Entry quantity contract percent STR, which is based on this and this and this. Position size quote. Okay, yeah. Position size quote. Update short entry. Let me check one thing here. So this is quite interesting because this does some calculations in order to upvote a person, but what we actually sent is a quote. But one thing is the quote that we have on the TradingView side, that one thing is this quote that we have on our service, which can grow up or grow down. Okay, so yeah, I mean, my question was if I want to change this position size quote with another thing or not. So let me check. Update short entry. So let's check if position size quote is used somewhere else. So we have the update quote, update reverse long entry, update reverse short entry, long entry. Okay, so long entry also uses it. And finally, apparently in every one of these functions, you get this str, which you use here, and in the end you use position size percentage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace position size percentage with these quotes, so that position size quote. Okay, so there's no longer signal provider, but we will fix this later maybe. Provider type copy trader. I mean, okay, so position size percentage should be position size percentage from Q total. So we should be able to replace the 4 places where this appears. Apparently we have one in long entry, then we have another one in short entry, and then I guess that we will have these updates, isn't it? Update, reverse. What the hell is this? Long entry, short entry, and then we have update the long entry and update short entry. And if we have this update reverse, I think the update reverse, it uses under the hood. Update reverse long entry, it uses update long entry under the hood, so everything it's okay. So now we should be able to check what we have done. So now we have position size percentage from Q total, and that's what we're going to do. Position size percentage has been replaced with position size percentage from Q total. Nice. Okay, so let's check. So we have remove or ignore exchange account type. Okay. remove signal provider. I guess also we could work on this. So replace position size percentage. And then we have these new parameters, which is the edge mode, ignore contract check, and I guess that these are guess that these parameters you must have the edge mode activated. Okay. Okay, let's check. I was thinking that you could have a library that uses edge mode and ignore open contract check by default, so that it works more or less like TradingView does when you open new trades, so that the DCA is transparent. You don't have to do more, so that you don't have to do any stuff for this to work properly. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I want to work on this parameter, which is the multiply by leverage. We want this to be true always, unless it's overridden. Okay, so multiply by leverage must be true. So let's check what the hell do we want. So what we want to have is this leverage, which I guess that all of them goes to the common. So once you get here, this is used on the common. Here it is, get Zignaly common alert message. So what we have to do is just modify this in the Zignaly common alert message. Okay, and I think we will have to end here once I've managed to do this. So we will have second version, multiply next video. Okay, so this is profit sharing, Zignaly PineScript library, profit sharing 2.0 part 1. So let me see. Multiply by leverage. Yeah. So this needs to be true, and this needs to be enforced. So we basically need to add it everywhere where leverage is used, so that in any case this can be overwritten, but by default this should be true. So let's check this. So this is leverage 1, and this is true. Yeah, this is a string, isn't it? I mean, there are not many. I mean, I don't remember any setting that's true. That's interesting. Let me check if this is true or false. Where the hell is this? False, true. Okay, yeah. So it's just on a string. Okay, so I was going to check this leverage. So let me check this leverage, how it's used on the other. So as you can see, in every place, leverage is set to NA, so that once you get into the common message, it uses whatever we have set it to have. Yeah, it's used like that every place. So what I'm going to do is just use this so that we can add our multiply by leverage. So first of all, this needs to have, as an additional parameter, it should have let me see. Yeah, this should be a Boolean parameter. Otherwise, yeah, that's right. This should be a Boolean parameter, and then we will figure out how to use it on the other place. So this should be equal NA, and we just replace this. Nice. So this appears 12 times apparently. And the next thing that we want to do here is to have a default value for this multiply by leverage, which needs to be true, which is the old behavior, if I'm not mistaken. And multiply by leverage. Use the previous logic, true. Okay. So this is true. Okay. And so now we need to do something like this. I mean, this is not needed, but why not? So this should be something like this. Nice. So this should be multiply by leverage. Okay. So let's use this here. And so this should be true. Okay. And this is in a string. That's nice. And this should be used somewhere here. Just after leverage. So yeah, it should be used the same way. So you should search for the next. Yeah, it should be something like this. Let me one second. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So as I was saying, yeah, I think this is the right way of doing this. So instead of leverage, we need to use multiply by leverage string, which is here. And then we need to use the str, which should be, oh, wait a moment, be leverage. Yeah, I don't need to convert into string because I'm already working with a string here. Wait a moment. This is not right. I need to... Yeah, so this is... Yeah, I need to... So what I want to put down here is the multiply by leverage, but here I need to take into account true and false. And the way of doing this is having an else statement. And so wait a moment, this is not right either. So this needs to be set to true by default. Then so I'm not sure if you can use else if the same line, so I'm going to use it in different lines. So basically this needs to be true if this is set to true, and otherwise this needs to be set to false, because we have already taken into account the when this is set to NA. So NA means true, and otherwise you have true or false. And this, I guess I can set this to false, but I mean, I don't care, because yeah, I think this should be it. Okay. So we have the multiply by leverage new setting, which is set by default to true. It's used in the Zignaly common alert message here. And then every place where there's a leverage, now we have this new setting, which is the multiply by leverage, so that you can modify it if you want to. So this is added new multiply by leverage. Where is it? Parameter set to true by default. Okay. So far we have this stuff, which is not very good, but anyway. So let's update. video description so that you can download this when it's ready, although probably you will have newer videos with better scripts. So this should be here. Yeah, beans. So far that's the place where you want to put this. So this needs to be tested. So let's write down what's needed to be done. So build everything above in trading view and release probably the first library. Then we have these new parameters. Then we can remove email and signal provider support, and we can also broker Zignaly template using PS20 for a minimal example. Yeah, so this is what we want to do on the next video. So now we have multiply by leverage enforced, but it's not sure that this is going to work, and this is minimal support so that it works. I think that it's already there, but we should try it, I guess. So this should be it. I mean, I'm going to play you a video and we will end here the stream.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work. Best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that pass it at least 100 USDT or more 20 profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of a non-withdrawable C coins that can be used for paying Zignaly SEC fees.
Okay, so thank you for watching this video. As I said, the next video we will improve on this so that we can finally use this and make some strategies based on these modes, I guess, and see what we can come up with. Okay, so once again, thank you for watching this video.